This is what I deal with every day. How dare you tell me who can come in my house and care for my child?
This mom speaks for so many of us. Please listen.
Miss Kendricks, Marlena Kendricks. Yep. I am a special needs mom. This is Osiah Todd. He's my son. He's 11 years old. He was born with a rare genetic disorder called STXBP1. There's not too many like him. He's nonverbal. He suffers from myoclonic seizures. He's completely on a 3 to 4 year old level cognitively. When I first had Osiah, I had no assistance. Surprisingly, my son has only been on a waiver for 3 years. Medicaid denied me 5 times before he got on the waiver. I had to hire a lawyer to take the city of Euclid to court because they had my son in a regular classroom like this. They didn't have the right equipment. They didn't have the right staff. I had to hire 2 lawyers to take the city of Euclid to court, and I won during COVID on Zoom. I also had to get a Social Security lawyer because they denied me Social Security. With him like this, when my son attended UCP, where he goes now, I had to completely change my life. Instead of going to school for 8 hours a day, he went to school for 5 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. I took a $20,000 pay cut because of that. So I'm standing here before today, frustrated, angry, and I am pissed off. These programs that y'all give us is already poorly ran. This is what I deal with every day. How dare you tell me who can come in my house and care for my child? I'm not standing here before you telling you thank you like they did. Thank you for what? I drove 2.5 hours from Cleveland, Ohio with my son, and nobody's here to help me. Let's talk about the program Ohio Rise. Y'all have care coordinators who have bachelor's degrees who don't even know what they're talking about when it comes to my son. I'm educating agencies every day on my son. I'm educating your people every day about my son. It's sick what y'all are doing. I'm not standing here saying thank you. Thank you for what? Give me my gas money back for me driving those 2.5 hours that I didn't have to drive back with him. Mr. Williams, since you're the sponsor of this bill 795, come take a step in my shoes. I go to therapy every week because of the mental torture that I go through. You think I asked for this? You think I knew I was gonna have a child with all of this? I did not ask God for this. But I stepped in it. I took this on the chin. My son went to therapy 3 times a week for years before he even got a diagnosis because Medicaid made me go through all these things. Let's talk about genetic testing and how expensive it is. They sent me to a cardiologist. They sent me to a developmental doctor. They sent me to a doctor to see if he was on the autistic spectrum. I went to all these different doctors before they sent me to genetics because that's how Medicaid works. They want you to rule out everything else before you go to the most expensive thing. Yeah, show them what we deal with. Keep vocal stimming. When I was working full-time, I'm also an ex-educator. I taught in Cleveland Public School District for 10 years. I just stopped last year because of his behavior. My son is going through puberty now. And we all know what that means if you have a child with special needs. Oh, the heightened behaviors, the hitting, the vocal stimming, the tearing up my house. But I'm still willing to do it. I've never had CPS called on me. I've never had anybody think that I abused my son. I pay $60 every 2 weeks to have somebody come in my home to get his hair cut because he can't go to a barber shop. And y'all was giving me $87 in food stamps. I have to pack his lunch every day. And they're overeaters. I have the school telling me he's still hungry. He's still hungry. I send in 10 packs of fruit snacks in one day because they use them for therapies to motivate him. That's 1 box of fruit snacks. Y'all don't know what this life is like. And you talking about and y'all talking about the taxpayers' dollars. Where else should it go? It needs to go to education. It needs to go to this. Where else is it going to go? It's not his y'all allow fraud? It's his fault? Y'all trying to take the good from us because y'all let bad get out of control. Where is the systems at to filter out the bad? Y'all got all these qualifications. Go find the tech people. This don't make no sense. I'm pissed off that I'm even up here doing this. This is my first time here. God actually called me here because I did not want to do this. I don't want to be standing in front of y'all begging for help. Why I gotta beg y'all for help? I'm not awarded the same natural supports that everybody get. I can't even work in the summertime because he don't have care. My son is off for the whole month of June. Ask me what respite centers in the east side of Cleveland take him. There's only one, and it's called Puzzle Piece Respite. That's the only respite center around my area that would take him. Now ask me how many hours a day would they take him? 5. You wanna know why? Because that's all y'all pay for respite hours. How when a work shift is 8 hours? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You talking about common sense, Mr. Stewart? Where your common sense at? Turn it on. Yes, I'm pissed off. I am a mad mother because I've been struggling the 11 years I done had my son. I done had to make it work, make it groove. I done had to do things I didn't want to do to make sure we had a roof over our head. My mom, nope, I'm not done.
I don't want to cut you off, but we're going to allow you to take questions if you want. I understand you're frustrated, and I feel your pain. This program is designed for children and people of Ohio that are under conditions your son has. And I assure you, everyone in this committee recognizes that.
Y'all do?
I do.
So why was that verbiage even in the bill? Why I'm so mad they came up here and said thank you to y'all. Thank you for what? Why am I thank you for something that should already be awarded to me? This is my child. How you gonna tell me I can't take care of my child? How you gonna say my mother, which is his grandmother, who has been his provider the whole time he has a waiver, which is only 3 years, y'all. My son is about to be 12. He only had a waiver for 3 years. Look at him. Look at him.
I don't want to cut you off. I do have to keep to the rules we have.
Yeah, but make it make sense. Get to the point.
Well,
where are y'all solutions
we're
at?
all trying to make this make sense.
Bill 795, not the solution.
That's the goal of this whole committee, is to make it make sense, ma'am.
Okay, well, ask the questions. I want everybody to ask me a question. Since y'all sitting up here fighting for this.
Is there any questions from the committee?
Come on, Mr. Williams. You the sponsor. What's up?
I don't have any questions, so I have to move
Mr.
on with the committee.
Barhorst. Mr. Williams, what's up? Talk to me.
No,
what you gotta say?
We can't badger the representatives, and we're not going to badger the witness. So
okay,
I wanted to give you your time.
Ask your colleague to ask away. He had all the heat for the one lady. Where the smoke for me? I'm ready. Let's go. Ask away. Ask away.
Representative Baker has a question for you.
Please.
I'll ask you a question. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
So we have another bill that's not included in this, but that I'm sponsoring and would love to talk to you about after. It is a bill that would offer daycare, medical daycare, which is staffed by elementary early educators and by nurses. It would require...
Point of order. The question is not germane to the bill.
Listen.
All right,
Listen, Mr. Williams.
I'll reword.
All right. Every committee has rules, and we have to have rules.
Listen.
And I know that you don't like...
Let me talk. Y'all talk all day. When I sent my first testimony, they told me I had to revise it because I had profanity, which I didn't use any cuss words. I ain't dumb. Like I told y'all, I'm not dumb. I didn't use no cuss words. They just didn't like the verbiage I used. I used piss poor programs because that's what y'all give us. Piss poor programs. That's what y'all give us. Y'all can't censor me when y'all just had the president on national news yesterday calling a reporter stupid to her face. But you gonna come up here and censor me? I don't care about no rules. Our president not even following rules.
Representative Timms has a question for you. You have one?
Thank you,
Y'all
Chair.
picked the wrong one today.
I want to thank you for coming up here and also bringing your son. I apologize on behalf of my colleagues that you had to drive 2.5 hours after the bill changed.
I still needed to be here.
And I appreciate that. And I just want to thank all of the parents in the room, because when you all come and you also bring your children or your loved ones who you're caring for, it does help foster conversations as to how we make changes in the bill. So just wanted to say
I
thank
respect
you.
what you're saying,
and
Ms.
I hope
Tams,
that-
but I'm
and I
gonna
hope
be real
that-
blunt right now.
Hold on one
This
second.
should have never been a topic of discussion. I appreciate you trying to clean it up and dress it up, man. I'm not here for that. I just told you I just drove 2.5 hours with him like this. I'm not here for you dressing it up and polishing it. I shouldn't even have to do this. Nobody should have to do this. That should have never been a thing, is what I'm saying. And I don't think y'all understanding what I'm saying. And stop being rude and talking while I'm talking.
Back
Y'all
to-
done?
Representative Baker had a question.
Thank you,
wanna go
Chair.
back to-
Let me try again. Thank you for coming up and talking to us about this bill. Would you be supportive of a change to this bill that would introduce medical daycare that your son could go to during the day, stay safe with nurses and early childhood educators, and provide respite for you?
Yes, Ms. Baker, and I would like to address that. In 2020, during COVID, I actually spoke with Mike DeWine's office about this, and I proposed this to them. And you know what they told me? We don't have the funding to do it, but if you ever do it, we will provide you with the resources, right? That never happened. That never happened. So yes, I would be for that. Because do you know how many daycares turned my son away when I first started this journey? Because my son didn't walk until he was 3. So I had a toddler who didn't walk. And you know how many daycares turned my son away because of that? My aunt watched my son so I can work and go to school. But yet you trying to take away family support, Mr. Williams. I don't care if the bill changed. It should have never been in there, is what I'm saying. And I'm not up here saying thank you to nobody. None of y'all.
I don't believe I have no more questions. I thank you for your testimony.